What if I told you Ramadan was not created by people, not by a king, not by a scholar, not even by the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him? Then, who created Ramadan? And why would Allah ask billions of people to stop eating, to stop drinking, to change their sleep, to control their desires for an entire month? What is the secret behind this month? Why does it come every year? Like a guest from the sky. And when did the first Ramadan begin? Tonight. Let us travel back, not just in time, but in meaning. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine Arabia, 1400 years ago, hot days, silent nights, a small city called Medina. The believers were few. They had suffered in Makkah. They had been tortured, boycotted, separated from families. Some had nothing, and yet their hearts were strong. Then one day, a revelation came. It was not an ordinary command. It was not about prayer. It was not about charity. It was something deeper. Allah revealed in the Qur'an, "O you who believe, fasting has been prescribed for you as it was prescribed for those before you so that you may attain taqwa." Surah Al-Baqarah 2:183. Read that again in your heart. Fasting has been prescribed for you. Prescribed, meaning commanded, designed, chosen. Ramadan was created by Allah, not by culture, not by tradition, not by history. Allah Himself chose this month. And fasting was not new. It existed before Islam. Previous nations fasted too. But Ramadan became special. Why? Because something extraordinary happened in it. The first Ramadan as an obligation for Muslims came in the second year after Hijrah, about 18 months after the Prophet, peace be upon him, migrated to Medina. Before that, Muslims used to fast on the day of Ashura. But now, Allah revealed that fasting the entire month of Ramadan was mandatory. And then Allah said something that changed history forever. The month of Ramadan in which the Qur'an was revealed, a guidance for mankind. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:185. This is the secret. Ramadan was created as the month of the Qur'an. The Qur'an did not randomly descend. It began in Ramadan, on a night better than 1,000 months. Laylatul Qadr, can you imagine? One night. Better than 83 years of worship. That is longer than most human lives. Why would Allah place such a night in Ramadan? Because Ramadan is not about hunger. It is about guidance. It is about light. It is about returning to the words of Allah. The first Ramadan, the Muslims fasted. They were learning discipline, patience, self-control, and complete obedience. Even in heat, even in hunger, even in weakness, they fasted because Allah commanded. Now we ask the deeper question, why? Why would Allah create Ramadan? Allah does not need our hunger. Allah does not benefit from our thirst. So why? The answer is in one word, taqwa. So that you may attain taqwa. Taqwa means to be aware of Allah, to feel Him watching you, to fear disappointing Him, to love obeying Him. Think about this. When you fast, no one sees you at home. You could drink water, you could eat secretly, but you do not. Why? Because Allah sees. That is taqwa. Ramadan trains your heart. It builds an invisible shield between you and sin. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, fasting is a shield. Sahih al-Bukhari, Sahih Muslim. A shield from what? From hellfire, from bad habits, from your own desires. Ramadan was created to control the nafs, to break arrogance, to soften hearts, to make the rich feel hunger, to make the careless remember the poor, to remind us we are servants, not masters. Ramadan is not only personal, it transforms society. Look at what happens in this month. People pray more, mosques fill, charity increases, families gather, enemies forgive. The Prophet, peace be upon him, was the most generous of people, and he was even more generous in Ramadan. Sahih al-Bukhari. Why? Because Ramadan opens the heart, it softens greed, it melts pride. Even scientifically, when a person fasts, the body resets, but the spiritual reset is greater. Ramadan detoxes the soul. We stop feeding the body so we can start feeding the heart. We stay hungry during the day, but we become full of faith at night. Taraweeh prayers, recitation of Qur'an, crying in sujood, dua at iftar. Every sunset becomes a reminder. Every sunrise becomes a test. And when you break your fast, there is a happiness. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, the fasting person has two joys. One when he breaks his fast, and one when he meets his Lord. Sahih al-Bukhari. Think about that second joy, when he meets his Lord. Ramadan prepares you for that meeting. There was a companion of the Prophet. He would prepare for Ramadan 6 months before it arrived. And after Ramadan ended, he would spend 6 months asking Allah to accept it. Imagine that. An entire year revolving around 1 month. Why? Because they understood Ramadan is not just 30 days. It is an opportunity that may never return. Many people who fasted last year are not here this year. Their graves are silent. Their Ramadan ended. Yours has not yet. So when someone asks, who created Ramadan? Tell them, the one who created your soul. And when someone asks, why? Tell them, to save that soul. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, when Ramadan begins, the gates of paradise are opened, the gates of hell are closed, and the devils are chained. Sahih al-Bukhari, Sahih Muslim. Look at that mercy. Allah makes it easier. He opens the doors. He reduces the whispers. He invites you. Ramadan is an invitation, not a burden. It is a gift. But like every gift, it must be accepted. Some people only see the hunger. Some only see the long nights. But the believer sees something else. He sees forgiveness. The Prophet said, whoever fasts Ramadan out of faith and hoping for reward, his previous sins will be forgiven. Sahih al-Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, forgiven. Think about that word. All those mistakes, all those hidden sins. Was Ramadan created for punishment? No, it was created for mercy. Now let me ask you something. Ramadan comes every year, but do we come back different, or do we return to the same sins? If Ramadan was created to build taqwa, why does it disappear after Eid? If Ramadan was created to connect us to Qur'an, why does the Qur'an close after the month ends? The problem is not Ramadan, the problem is us. Ramadan is like rain, but if the soil is hard, the rain does not grow anything. Soften your heart before Ramadan softens it for you. One day, there will be a Ramadan you do not see. The moon will be sighted. The adhan will echo. Families will prepare, but you will be under the earth. No fasting, no dua, no Laylatul Qadr, no second chance. Ramadan was created by Allah for you, for your heart, for your forgiveness, for your return. It is a yearly reminder that you are not just a body, you are a soul traveling back to its creator. So when the next Ramadan enters your life, do not treat it like tradition, treat it like rescue, because maybe, just maybe, it is the Ramadan that saves you. Oh Allah, the one who created Ramadan, allow us to reach it, allow us to understand it, allow us to fast with sincerity, allow us to taste the sweetness of faith, forgive our past, strengthen our hearts, and let this Ramadan be the one that changes us forever. Ameen. Now ask yourself, if Allah created Ramadan for your salvation, are you ready to receive it?